We're doing this from a relaxed position today because I want to stay relaxed and calm as I discuss this. Nope, we're going to sit up a little bit. We're going to sit up and do this discussion because we're talking about relationships on the internet. Hi, I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick. And there's a term that is floating around out there. A term it describes men. It's called a golden retriever boyfriend. It seems to be a very popular type of boyfriend. And it's generally speaking a nice, funny, high energy boyfriend that lots and lots and lots of people like. Generally speaking, seems to be very nice and well liked. Okay, I've talked a lot about just kind of being a good person, right? I'm going to press back on the notion of being just nice. And we're a little blown out over here, so excuse the lighting. Being nice. Why am I going to push back on it? You should 100% be kind. Being kind means having the right amount of thought about your fellow man, not needlessly running over people. Nice is different. Nice is ignoring your own feelings, putting yourself completely subservient to the needs of everyone around. And that's not valuable to anybody. Why? Because you are a person, and I'm speaking to the men here, obviously, because if I was speaking to the women, it would be a whole other kind of mess. But you are a person whose needs are worthy of, generally speaking, being met. Generally speaking. Now, granted, if your needs are that of a serial killer, your needs are not worthy of being met. You don't get to have your needs met. It's not a thing. But your normal needs in an everyday life are worth being met. If you say no as a man, you should have the backbone to back up the fact that you just said no. If somebody says something about your family, and you have a generally good relationship with your family, you should have the backbone to stand up and say something in defense of your family. I don't like this internet trend of golden retriever boyfriends. I don't. Golden retrievers are known for being these loving, caring dogs that essentially are movable toys. You train them to do funny little tricks, and all they want to do is lay at your feet and be loved by you. Which is great for a dog. I want my dog to be like that. And actually, that's not even true for my dog. I want my dog to be like that with me, but with the outside world, I want my dog to protect. What we're talking about here, and the reason this is coming up, is because we don't like red pill Twitter, red pill internet on this podcast. We don't. But we have to acknowledge that their existence is for a reason. And that reason is things like golden retriever boyfriends, like the desire to have men who are basically pets, men who can be trained to perform a couple of tricks, and then you can go about your day and not worry about your boyfriend getting in trouble. Newsflash. Men, you are three-dimensional characters. You may not be a main character, and you're certainly not the main character in somebody else's story, but you are absolutely worthy of being more than a golden retriever. If somebody is saying to you, wow, you've got great golden retriever energy, it may be time to go get some therapy, because people may like you because you simply give all the space to their energy, to their needs. And if you're doing that, it's not time to hit the panic button, but it's certainly time to reevaluate and make sure that you're getting what you need. Again, if something is wrong in your life, it doesn't necessarily mean that your life is falling apart at the seams and that you need to do a radical reset. But it does mean it's probably time to start looking at some stuff. And if the earlier you look at something, the easier it is to get a handle on it and figure things out. If you are just a naturally bubbly person who also is able to get your needs met with your own energy and able to stand up for yourself, not have somebody else step in and do it for you, don't worry about it. You're all good. But if you are completely reliant on somebody else to get your needs met, you got to step in and get something done. This is why red pill internet exists, because there's a whole generation of men who don't know how to get their needs met, and they're turning to the internet to find solutions to their problems. And they have a problem. Being a golden retriever boyfriend is absolutely a problem. Not the boyfriend part of it. Being in a relationship is naturally a good thing for human beings. We were made for companionship, whether that was with friends or whether that was with significant others. We were made for relationship. We were made for social interaction. And we were made for the deepness of a connection that comes from a relationship. But you're not a golden retriever. You are not a pet. You are a human being. And so if you're being constantly described as a golden retriever, it is best that you seek out some therapy just to get things straight. Figure out what, if anything, is going on. And get therapy from somebody who you can be open and honest with. And it's okay to try out a couple of different therapists. And you're going to want to. You are going to want to. Because if you're naturally a golden retriever, read people pleaser, you are going to find yourself wanting to make sure your therapist is happy. And if you find yourself wanting to make sure your therapist is happy, you need to say that to your therapist and make sure that, okay, we need to address that. Because your job is not to make your therapist happy. It's your therapist's job to help you sort through the different things that will help you ultimately find more happiness. And that doesn't mean you're going to leave the relationship you're currently in. In fact, it may make the relationship you're in even better as you are able to protect the stuff that you need to protect and still be that loving, caring individual that your significant other likes. But the reason this came up is because the internet seems to encourage men to be the golden retriever without the nuance of knowing, of helping the men not just be, essentially a trained dog, but to be actually a man. I'm not going to be able to solve that problem for you. This is a 10-minute podcast. If you think you can get your solutions here, trust me when I say you cannot. I don't even have the solutions for myself. I'm certainly not golden retriever energy. No one's ever accused me of that. But I have my own problems I need to work on. And I do work on them. That doesn't mean I have them solved. But I'm working on them. And you'll work on them. And we'll all be better for it. And we'll stop going to red pill Twitter for the answers that we seek. Anyways, I have 10 minutes. I am now at 10 minutes and 20 seconds. I must leave you now. When the editing gets done, it'll be a little bit shorter than that. But, here we are. Anyways, thank you for coming. It was a delight to have you listen to me. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to this podcast and who tunes in. If you liked this podcast, do like it. Click that little like button. It would mean the world to me. It will make me oh so happy. And if you didn't like it, I guess don't click the like button. But why are you here? Anyways, I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick. Have a great day.